Good morning. Thank you all for attending this press conference. I am Officer David Scott, one of the public information officers with the Stockton Police Department. I'd like to thank everyone who also assisted with getting this press conference prepped and ready, our evidence technicians as well as our property and everyone else that made this day possible. Without further ado, I'd like to start the press conference. I'd like to introduce Stockton Police Chief Stanley McFadden.
All right, hi and good morning everyone. I am Chief Stanley McFadden of the Stockton Police Department. First, I would like to express my gratitude to the dedicated men and women in the Stockton Police Department for the relentless efforts in combating crime in our city. I also want to take this time to thank Mayor Christina Fugazi, Vice Mayor Jason Lee, and City Manager Steve Colangelo, and all our elected officials for prioritizing public safety in Stockton. Their strong message that no city can thrive without public safety, and their partnership in the implementation of the See Something, Say Something initiative is greatly appreciated. Today, we are showcasing a strong and united law enforcement front. Today we have FBI, U.S. Marshals, ATF, CHP, San Joaquin County DA's Office, San Joaquin County Sheriff's Office, San Joaquin County Probation, Stockton Unified, Tracy PD, Lathrop PD, Manteca PD, Lodi PD, Ripon PD, Escalon PD, and the University of Pacific PD. Our team includes local, state, and federal partners, showcasing the collaborative relationships we have built to combat crime. Ron Freitas, our County District Attorney and law enforcement leader, is also present with us today. This united crime-fighting team, which transcends jurisdictional boundaries, is committed to a zero-tolerance approach to gang and group violent crime throughout San Joaquin County. To date, the Stockton Police Department has made almost 600 felony arrests, over 700 misdemeanor arrests, and close to 100 weapon violation arrests, which include over 30 ghost guns, 20 extended magazines, and 21 auto switch sears. Our community response team has successfully worked to reduce violent crime in our area for several years. They will continue their mission as a Gang Street enforcement team. We are adding officers to this specialized unit that will solely focus on suppressing gang activity by identifying and apprehending the most violent offenders through increased visibility and readiness. My law enforcement partners stand here with me, fully committed to utilizing all available resources to ensure the safety and well-being of our communities. In conjunction with this effort, we need all community members to be engaged and committed to the See Something, Say Something initiative. I want you to know that your vigilance is invaluable. When you see suspicious activity, report it. When you witness something that concerns you, share it with us. Your proactive engagement can significantly enhance public safety throughout the county. This initiative is essentially not only for the well-being of our city, but also extends its benefits to our neighboring communities. We recognize that those responsible for driving violence often commit crimes throughout the county. Let's stay vigilant and committed to our firm stance against crime. With the continued support of our city officials, the dedication of our law enforcement partners, and a united community that speaks out against violence, we can create a safer environment for living and working in Stockton. Remember, you can report crime through Crime Stoppers and be anonymous. If your tip leads to an arrest, you may receive a cash reward up to $10,000. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm District Attorney Ron Fritz. I'd like to thank the Chief, the Mayor, the City Council for today's press conference. We are doing everything we can to reduce youth and gang violence in Stockton. Myself, the men and women of the District Attorney's Office, join the Chief and the brave officers of the Stockton Police Department and all of our partners here today to work around the clock, 24/7, to reduce violent crime in Stockton. But we can't do it without your help. The streets in your neighborhoods belong to you. We need you to take ownership. We need you to take back your streets. If you see something, say something. With all of our partners here today, federal, state, local, you are the most important partner in combating violence in our community. We are working to reduce violent crime, but we cannot do it without you. So if you see something, call 911 and say something. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Laisha Boyden, and I'm the Acting United States Marshal for the Eastern District of California. I'm honored to be here with you today as we gather to discuss the things that affect all of us, our safety, our community, and our shared responsibility to look out for one another. As U.S. Marshal, I stand with our dedicated law enforcement partners, city officials, and you, the citizens we serve, in our collective fight against crime. The U.S. Marshal Service Fugitive Task Force, comprised of local, state, and federal law enforcement partners, is committed to addressing the epidemic violent crime in our communities, establishing a culture of transparency and accountability as we treat our neighbors with dignity and respect. Today's See Something, Say Something initiative is a vital reminder that public safety is not just the job of law enforcement, but the responsibility of every individual in our community. When we come together, and when we're vigilant, when we communicate, and when we stand united, we strengthen our ability to prevent crime and protect our neighborhoods. The rise of gang and group violence is a challenge we all must confront. It affects our families, our children, our neighbors, and our future. But it's clear we are committed to a zero-tolerance approach. We will not stand by as violence and crime threaten the well-being of our community. We are united in our resolve to hold those who cause harm accountable and to restore safety and peace to every corner of our streets. But law enforcement cannot do it alone. We need the support of the community, your voices, your observations, and your courage to come forward. If you see something, say something. It may feel difficult at times, but your actions can save lives and prevent violence before it ever happens. I'm proud of the work that is being done, but there is more to do. Together, with collaboration, determination, and a shared commitment to safety, we can create a city where crime has no place and where every citizen can feel secure in their homes, schools, and neighborhoods. Thank you for your continued support and partnership. Let's keep working together and make our community a safer and stronger place for all. Thank you.
Thank you. My name is Sid Patel. I'm the Special Agent in charge for the FBI's Sacramento Field Office. First of all, I want to say thank you. Thank you to the community. Thank you to the DA, Chief McFadden, the Mayor, and everyone you see in this room, our local, state, and federal partners. We're here to keep all of you safe. We have families that live in the counties with your communities, and they're part of everything that you value. And we want to keep all of you safe. Every family deserves a community free of violence. We will continue to collaborate and work closely with our local, state, and federal partners. It's the cornerstone of everything that we do. We'll continue to detect, dismantle, disrupt these criminal organizations that prey upon these communities. In fact, as part of collaboration, the Stockton Police Department is part of our FBI Safe Streets Task Force. We work hand in hand every day to keep guns, drugs, and your community safe. In recent years, this collaboration has resulted in the disruption of violent criminal organizations and helped identify a serial killer. The unsung heroes of these investigations are often the community members who report their concerns to law enforcement. It's all of you. Everyone is an equal partner. We need the community's help to be part of keeping our communities and families safe. We urge you to take a stand with Stockton Police Department or reach out to us to keep these communities safe. If you see something, say something, and we will do something. To reach us at the FBI, call 1-800-CALL-FBI or go to tips.fbi.gov. Also, for immediate dangers, immediate threats, call your local police department, call 911. We have some great partners here. I'm extremely grateful to be working with every single individual here and the representation that they have for their agencies. The FBI will protect your identity, anonymity, and will keep you safe. Your call, your tip, can make a difference in saving a life, saving a child, taking the drugs off the streets, keeping our communities clean, taking guns away from fountains. We need your information, we need your tips. It can make the difference of a brighter and safer community. Please never suffer in silence and never ignore criminal activity. Again, if you see something, say something, and this team here, we will do something. Thank you.
Hi, good morning. My name is Jennifer Ciccolani. I'm the Special Agent in charge for the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives. ATF is better and the streets are safer when we all work together. ATF's expertise in targeting violent crime, especially gun violence and illegal firearms trafficking, is more important than ever. We attack crime through collaboration and intelligence-driven methods with our partners. We are identifying those responsible for gun violence by analyzing firearms-related intelligence that may come from a variety of sources, including from partner agencies and the community, and through ATF assets such as the Firearms Tracing, National Integrated Ballistic Information Network, also known as NIBIN, informants, and surveillance. With our shared intelligence and resources, we can identify the locations, opportunities, and violent offenders responsible for significant firearms-related violence in Stockton. I appreciate the partnership with Stockton PD as well as with our other state and federal agencies. Working with us, sharing information, and continuing to prosecute these types of violent offenders is what makes our community safer. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Christina Fugazi and I am the mayor of Stockton. And I can't tell you how happy I am that this is my first press conference here in the city of Stockton. The group gathered here behind me are those that are working to ensure the safety of our community. And as my grandmother said, many hands make for light work. So all of us working together is instrumental in making that happen. But as it was said, we cannot do this alone. So if you see something, say something. We need to end the gang violence and youth violence that is happening in the city of Stockton and beyond. The chief mentioned dedicating officers, 10 officers possibly or more, to this effort. I want to add to that we're going to add 10 more officers, increasing from 425 officers that are currently budgeted for the city of Stockton. We are going to increase that by 10 more so that we have 435 officers out there to help end the violence in this city. Thank you.
Good morning, my name is Jason Lee, I'm the Vice Mayor. First I want to say thank you to the Chief for pulling this together, because when we got into office we realized that one thing for sure, we have a really good dedicated team of leadership and law enforcement here, and I want to extend that to our district attorney, our sheriff, and our probation department. They left me for last because I'm long-winded and I promised I wouldn't talk too long, but I'm going to speak from the heart. I'm not just speaking as the Vice Mayor, I'm speaking as somebody who survived being shot in this community, whose brother got murdered in this community. I'm speaking from a very personal place of safety and the need for us to do everything that we can as policymakers and as law enforcement to work together to advocate for our community to be a part of that process. when we talked about see something, say something, there's this belief in our community that if you tell somebody something, you're a snitch. If you're a kid who's being molested, you need to tell your teacher, you need to tell somebody. If you're a person who's being extorted or threats of violence, you need to see, if you see it, you need to say something. I think that the snitch culture in this community has allowed people to be a part of their own victimization, and we want to stop that by starting this campaign. The other thing is I want to say that there is a party missing here that's a part of the process, and that are our judges. Our officers arrest, our sheriff holds them at the jail, our DA prosecutes, but then the judges let them out. I want to speak directly to the community that everything you see on the street is not the police's fault. We have a whole system that has failed in our community, and we're going to do our part to make sure that we hold all of our partners, including you, the public, accountable, that when you see something, say something, and when you do something and you put people in jail, if they have no interest to change the direction of their life, that they stay there. The other thing I want to say is that policymakers, those of us on the council, we know we need to invest in our communities because districts like mine in District 6, poverty alleviation is a real thing that needs to be addressed, so that way we invest in communities, so that way people have resources to avoid entering in this system. And I want to thank again our district attorney along the campaign. The one thing he said to me was we need to figure out how to stop that playground to prison pipeline and invest in those. So while we're here saying see something, say something, we're also standing in commitment to invest in our communities so they are safer. But be very clear, this council and all of the people behind me are very committed to people who want to around and find out. You will. Have a good day.
All right. Thank you for coming. That concludes our press conference for today. Thank you so much.